I ne'er was struck before that hour with love so sudden and so sweet. Her face it bloomed like a sweet flower, and stole my heart away complete. My face turned pale, a deadly pale, my legs refused to walk away, and when she looked, what could I ail? My life and all seemed turned to clay. And then my blood rushed to my face, and took my eyesight quite away. The trees and bushes round the place seemed midnight at noonday. I could not see a single thing. Words from my eyes did start. They spoke as chords do from the string, and blood burnt round my heart. Are flowers the winter's choice? Is love's bed always snow? She seemed to hear my silent voice, not love's appeals to know. I never saw so sweet a face as that I stood before. My heart has left its dwelling place.
John Clare was born on July 13, 1793 in Helpston, a small English village in the region of Northamptonshire. 2 out of Clare's 3 siblings passed away in infancy, and Clare grew up in a poor illiterate family. Although being illiterate, John Clare's mother was a strong believer in education and sent Clare to school with local tutors for about 3 months a year. At the age of 13, Clare got a job as a potboy, which resulted in him becoming a heavy drinker, and he worked as a gardener at Berkeley around 1807, where he dodged his supervisors as he read and wrote poetry. At first, Clare was not confident in his writing skills and read his poems to his parents, claiming someone else wrote them. Clare fell in love twice, once with a farm girl named Mary Joyce, and then in 1820 with Martha Turner, who later became his wife. Clare met a bookstore owner by the name of Edward Drury, who sent him to his publisher cousin, John Taylor, who had issued some of John Keats's poetry. In 1820, John Taylor published Clare's poems, descriptive of rural life and scenery. Poems descriptive of rural life and scenery sold more than 3,000 copies within the first year published, which was unheard of for an unknown poet. He followed up his first book with The Village Minstrel and other poems, but did not meet the performance of his first one. Much of what is known of Clare's early life comes from his autobiographical Sketches in the Life of John Clare, which he began in 1821, but never finished. In 1828, after becoming frustrated with his work and struggling to support his wife and 7 children, Clare began to go on drinking binges and returned to farming. After being provided with a cottage and small plot of land by one of his aristocratic admirers, Clare felt like he had a fresh start and started writing again, but soon, Clare's problems returned. In 1837, John Taylor led an intervention for Clare, which ended up in him being taken to the High Beach Asylum. There, he began writing, but also started developing multiple personalities, claiming he was the poet Lord Byron, or a boxer named Jack Randall. Some argue that Clare was not till, and his illusion of being a boxer might have been intended as a way of saying he felt at odds with the world. In the summer of 1841, John Clare escaped the asylum and traveled approximately 100 miles to Northborough and recorded his experiences in a book called Journey Out of Essex. After spending 5 months with his family, he was taken to another asylum, Northamptonshire General Lunatic Asylum, where he spent the rest of his life. Clare wrote almost 1,000 pages of poetry from 1861 until his death on May 20, 1864. He was dubbed the peasant poet of Northamptonshire because of his sensation in early 1820s London, and is a noted poet of the Romantic era.